7 years looking for love that I can hold. Now I know your love is all I need. Now I know, yeah, your love is all I need.
Welcome back to this, playoff match round 1 here between PN Perseus and MF Mafiosos. a dominant performance. 13-3 win from Perseus last game. Very excited to see how these things go. I think we're gonna take this a little bit faster here. I think this next map coming up is Haven, right? What do you think about Haven in respect to these two teams?
I think when it comes to Haven, it's who can get the most rounds on, like whoever started on defense, or I mean, my fault, offense. How many rounds can you get on offense to get ahead? Because this three-sided map, it's a little harder to attack. Well, to defend. My fault. I keep getting them mixed up, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a little bit harder to defend because of the three sites. So it's who can start off the fastest, and I think it'll be like a second half game, and that will kind of determine it. Unless King and Eric go off again, then
yeah, unless they drop 30 combined.
Yeah, they dropped 40 combined, so on the last map. But it looks like we're already going into agent select here.
So
and
we're very curious about the characters they pick. Sova, a super common pick. We're gonna see if that comes out. As Snoopy on the patent pending ISO, maybe looks like they're actually instead picking Gecko here. Two characters hovering Gecko at this exact moment. We're seeing an interesting stuff on the right side. I'm interested in MF here. We are locking a very attacker comp. 2 initiators, only Chamber on the Sentinel, and it looks like we're a big fan of Gecko on the side of PN.
It looks like it is a big fan of Deco on the side of PN.
Oh, Eric is not for any games. No chance. Taking no chances here. As Snoopy on the ISO double duelist comp, both teams wanting to scrap. Only one duelist on the side of MF, but also very attacker sided with the breach, able to take this space super effectively. Both teams, it looks like we might see an Omen here, just like last time. So I'm excited for Haven. I mean, the attacker side certainly has an attacker sided team. So we'll see how they can blow up the attacker side and get an early lead, right?
Yeah, for sure. And something I want to point out is the difference in the Sentinels. It's one can hold various amounts of space, while the other is very punishable depending on how you play it. And we all know Chamber does like to play those long, like corridors in this map. So it's gonna be definitely something to look for, like to see is how Chamber plays on defense compared to KJ. Here in the second, at least, well, we're gonna talk about it in the second half and seem like, who is kind of defending better. But it looks like kind of like your standard.
Yeah, it's a bit standard as far as Havens go, right? I mean, it could be a little bit different with some other stuff, but no Sova, or actually, sorry, both teams do have a Sova, so very classic Haven stuff. I mean, the Chamber trip is in an interesting spot. Is that possible to jump past? Or maybe they put like a jet smoke and you can get past it in a way. Both Sova darts instantly coming out. But I'm an aggressive side. Running into garage here. The KJ turret gets broken. It looks like actually trying to find a little play here with the timing here. Can they find one on the Omen? Actually comes out. Gets the pick on the Sova, actually, rather. Oh, the breach comes out and flashes it. Breach goes to peek to Sova, or the Omen here. Omen tapped out. Oh, but finds the pick on the... Oh, Chamber gets it right back on the Axie. Eric finds that kill right where it's needed. Oh, but King not going to let that slide. Gets one of the kills. Cairo gets one with a shotgun. Ooh, I want to point out here something interesting.
One enemy remaining.
Cairo went lead. Oh, Eric! There is no way. Eric and his Snoopy just put on the clinic with the sheriffs here onto the site to retake it. Made things happen.
No
yeah, definitely. And I want to point out that they went really fast, and PN kind of were aware of it. And I don't know if you noticed, they all just kind of fell back and just gave up the site. And what a retake, and what patience from everyone, especially from Axie and especially from Snoopy and everyone else. Like, I'm watching the mini map going on here. I'm like, wait, no one's holding, and it looks like there was just very well communicated going into that first round.
Oh, Snoopy is not gonna put on the brakes. Gets 2 with the shot. Mid 3, make it 3. Ice mid smoke. Can a Snoopy get an ace here? Is that possible? Snoopy spamming the smoke, trying to greed for it maybe a little bit. Still has the ISO shield up here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Eric It's not gonna let that happen. Eric gets the kill, and then is this who he's gonna find it? Nope, it's gonna go to Gang. 4 guns from the side of PN on their bonus or on their buy round here. Going into the bonus, honestly, if a Snoopy did something like that again, they could just win the next round, right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna stop them?
No one. But yeah, like what crazy. Still sitting in the breach stun, was able to get 2 right before it went off, and then randomly just gets that third while like half stunned. Like I was just like, what just happened? And that round went so fast, and that's already 2-0 PN.
Yeah, I mean, this situation is just, it's just so interesting. I mean, they love looking like they're trying to go in the garage here with the breach and with the Sova. Are we gonna get Sova dinged for not watching this window spot here again? They're leaving Sova alone, not quite. 4 on the side of MF running onto the C site here. They have full control. And if you're MF, this is where you want to be. Oh, but the trade. Oh, and the collapse. Actually gets a collab with a deagle onto a headshot on the cryo and say that's insanity.
I just got out of my chair.
Jeez. I mean, the retake here. Snoopy puts down Sparrow. Not before Sparrow's able to get a kill on a Disco 15. And it was exactly where Gilly's at. Not before Gilly gets one on the Eric and actually just puts it down. And that round has, I want an MVP actually for that. The collateral deagle headshot is one of the most crazy things I've seen in this series so far. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and no one looked Axie's way. They all were so focused on what's going on to the right with King, because King didn't push back.
I expected more from them.
And they like I've said, this PN, right, the way they're playing tonight is so well coordinated. They're having they have to have the greatest of comms right now, because just as we're talking about, fast into C through garage and long, and King just gives it up, and everyone just knows what to do automatically. And it's just showing dominance right now on this defense.
Flash out. I mean, this is so awesome. I mean, just the way it's kind of set up here. Cryo getting a kill on the King. Maybe trying to take some play here. Gilly getting a kill on the Eric. This could be the first round where your hope has got to be up if you're on MF here. Looking towards the A side, actually. Trying to push into the loving arms of a Snoopy and Disco Cookie. Well, much the wise to it. Oh, Gilly is on a rampage right now. TPing onto the site. Able to find Disco Cookie, looking the other way and blind. Actually, in a 1v4 situation. And they do it. Oh, King says, or Cryo says no, rather. Amazing play.
Yeah, and
the fools gave us a window. Smash through it.
They gave them the thought that they were going back in the garage, as they've kind of like shown the presence in the last 4 rounds. But the quick pivot into A and getting Eric out of position and just kind of like forcing it back, and then Gilly just popping off there.
Yeah,
it's like, what? Yeah, it's. I think that was the play they've been looking to do instead of just forcing it C long. But yeah, worked in their favor, and they got their first round.
Speaking of forcing it C long, they might be doing just that here. We're seeing 3 people inside the. Oh my goodness, Axie with the kill onto the Fool here. Amazing outplay. I think the Fool had an operator in his hands at that moment, right?
He did.
So that is an excellent kill. Body found on the TP, but the op is found in the spot where he was peeking. So who's to say what actually happened in this crime scene, right? Seeing a little bit of a play from Breach, trying to take some space and take the op. It secures the op. We're gonna see what happens with this Omen TP. Gets a spot here. Knows exactly where Cryo's at. Cryo trying to take some space, or at least hold some ground here. Maybe reposition. That's exactly what happens. Oh, Eric, the Jet Ditto. No match for Eric. Eric will make it happen. Jeez, we're seeing 3 people walk up on A side here, making a lot of noise. I'm sure Axie is screaming at his team. Help, help, help. I gotta get over here. Gets the blind on the Say. Say is able to get into safety here. We see a Snoopy throwing a dismissal here. Oh man, all the Uto coming out from both sides of the team here. The high-low, Eric's able to get a kill on a Sparrow here. It's now a 2v4 situation from Say and Gilly. Can they make it happen? Trying to crash back a little bit. The TP out from Gilly over to the C sites. And it looks like Say has got to run a marathon to try and get back there before something bad goes happen. Oh, but the ISO ult barely does not connect. Just barely outside of it. That is Tragic misplay from the side of a Snoopy.
Player
Something you do
standing.
not want to see happen. Say gets put down in garage. Can we get one on the side of Gilly here? Gilly trying to show what's happened. Gets one. Not before King takes it back. Man, that is an interesting ISO alt distance, right? You know, just barely outside the range. I believe that Snoopy, one of the rare individuals who plays like mouse in the left hand. So, you know, who's to say what causes what? But man, just these things are happening. A series of unfortunate events for the side of MF, it would seem.
Yeah, for sure. And then something like, you know, Gilly like barely does not get hit, but like, what can you do against that 4v1 firing squad? You know, at the very end, with the Sova Dart, like just showing your position. And again, someone check Axie's PC, because Axie in the last map,
Yeah.
I think they only had 8 or 9 kills, and already in this map, they're to 6.
We're
And
seeing the jet alts come out. Trying to make it happen. Can actually continue the streak that we're talking about here. The blind comes out. Looks like it might find its way onto Axie. Axie gets blinded and then blinded again. Able to get into safety. I can't believe Axie lived that situation. Axie now sitting in the smoke. Trying to see if maybe they can make something happen here. Oh, but Axie gets shot out. It's not going to look good. The ISO shield from Heaven here gets it taken away. A little bit of shots through the wall here. Oh, the decay. Onto Ace here. Oh, but a Snoopy. Gilly says absolutely not. Gilly says not again. King down 3 HP. 1v2 situation. Can Disco Cookie make it happen here? Knows there's probably someone in this corner. Can we get a pre-fire going? Able to get through the wall. The TP knows he doesn't have it. No! Check your left corner. Look out! Oh no!
no.
What a try. I mean, Disco Cookie must have assumed that the TP was Heaven, or, you know, off the sound cue, but it actually was in hell. Didn't bother to check that angle, just assumed he wasn't there, but that's exactly where he was.
Yeah, for sure. And that gives MF their second round of this half. And I've noticed from their playstyle on Haven, it is very fast, very pushing tempo. And if it's not working off the rip, they're kind of like they slow too much down and give PN too much space. But as we've seen, ooh,
Cryo. Absolutely not. What an amazing play.
Here.
Able to make something happen. And by something happen, I mean shooting King with the operator. That is their sentinel down. This is going to hurt on defense. But actually able to find one with a classic into their full buy. As Snoopy gets put down by the Fool or Ace here. You see two people walking out. Eric with the knives. He's able to get another one. The missed shot from Crowd could spell disaster for the side of MF here. Use the angle. Knows that they have the spike. He's going to hold this on a passive angle. Knows they have that op in Crow's hands. And Crow is not afraid to use it, surely. Not afraid on the King on the other round. This Hookie able to find it on the Fool. That's a full gun for the team of PN here. The smoke goes up. How are they going to take this spike back? They might need to regroup here. You know, both sides having access to Soval. Both sides having access to that util and the way it provides. They know it's through there. That off was dangerously close to hitting Eric in the smoke there. Smoke goes down, and two smoke, jet smokes go up. Able to secure the bomb and get right out of there. Crow running as fast as the little legs can carry him. Knows that they might be trying to go in the corner here. Crow still holding onto the operator. No Vandal in sight unless he's able to find one over here. And it is on the floor. Ops to instead not pick it up. Confident in the op skills. You know, is this situation somewhere you maybe want a Vandal instead? I'm unsure. Right? We see the side of PN sitting comfortably in the corner here. Planted for Heaven. I like this idea here. Sova with the ults could be really strong here. Maybe if he gets into a good spot. But Cryo holding this only angle where they can come from. This could be a potentially winning strategy. Let's see if it pans out. See the side of PN. All three going through CT. Nobody goes Heaven. Is this going to end up working out? Jet locked into this. Able to shoot a shot off. Not able to find anyone. Eric, no fear. Able to get it half though.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
and not able to find one. Sova ulting from Heaven. It's halved. Taking his time. Floating in the air. It is halved.
One enemy
Gonna
remaining.
take it. No, not enough HP. And that's, I think, gonna be the round unless this sticks and wins. Oh, just barely. Actually able to find it just before Sparrow can win that round. That is unfathomable situation right there. I mean, just amazing.
Oh my god, just the switch to the op and just slightly like you want that phantom in that situation, and it cost them the round, but it's okay because you did some great things. You know what kind of works. You know what you can push the tempo with this team right now. But I just want to say, actually getting that classic kill at the very beginning of the round was kind of the defining moment of that round, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, no questions asked. I will be taking the op back, and I will be using it and killing the opposing jet. What an amazing play. I think, if I'm not wrong here, I think Cryo actually bought an op back again. So that was an op ditto sitting on the side of A main there. But now it looks like we're seeing a bit of a push out from the side of MF, or man, onto the site here. The Omen TP is backside. King gets blindsided by the stun, and then the 3 people peeking. Gil is able to find that. Are we going to see how is the retake going to function on the side of PN? As Snoopy holding a bit of an off angle here, waiting for King, or waiting for Eric rather, to pull up a little bit here, a little bit late. Disco Cookie trying to find a way to play with these teams. We see the drone coming out here. The smoke goes up, able to blow something up, and it's not the drone. We see a push out from a Snoopy here, spamming some angles. Ping, are they going to shoot him through the wall? Not quite. Gets a ping on to say they know exactly where 2 of their players are. How is it going to work out? Looks like they're calling for the save for that off.
Yeah, I think it's the smartest thing, because if you're looking at their economy, they can't really buy into the next round. You're saving the op, you're saving 2 rifles, and you know that they don't have the op. They might try to go for it here, and you're kind of trying to protect that from them getting it. So great call by whoever said that to save. You're bringing 3 into the next round, and you can kind of like play around. Eric keeps the op. You can give Axie one of the guns if you'd like. You can see he's fracking out right now, but choose not to. Looks like Axie is going to go Guardian half shield. It's still very dangerous in the hands of Axie right now, especially how they're going. I think matching their kill total of the last map. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but
I think it's about there actually, right? You know, this,
yeah,
like you said, check the PC. Something's gone awry. Some mental kind of reset happened. You know, in competition, mental reset's really important. It looks like PN or MF is really being careful about these angles, checking them as best they can here. Off your feet from Breach. Finds it onto, oh my goodness, what a TP out from Axie there. Able to get safely into CT. I am so impressed with the way PN is playing these retakes. Yeah, they're super good about making sure all their players alive. I actually take it all back. Disco Cookie will be getting killed by Gilly there. Cryo rather, will be getting it onto Axie. Amazing. Oh, it's Snoopy, not a slouch. Able to find it onto Ace here. Will she check this corner here? Sparrow, unable to check it. Sparrow watching a Snoopy walk out here. And Snoopy gets a kill on a say. Doesn't know about Sparrow.
Remaining.
Sparrow will pick the gun back up. Is Sparrow going to have enough time to get over there? It might not look like it. They know exactly where he is. They hear the footsteps. Oh, not enough time. And then loses the one anyways. Unfortunate situation.
Unfortunate situation indeed. But again, it's like we've been talking about. PN hear the play. They call for the retake. And I think what they were waiting for is for Keen to come over with the ult. But I think MF was pushing the tempo just a little bit too much, and that kind of caught Axie out of position. And then, you know, then you have Cryo like just pushing forward, and kind of like broke up the game plan. But again, PN still won the round, and I think that's what's most important.
Sure is. That number going up on the side of PN is all they really care about. Cryo trying to make something happen here. Restun goes out, getting a little bit aggressive here with the knives. Positioning it back site. Looks like they have full control of the site now. Actually, through the wall and a headshot, and maybe also through the smoke. Just gets that kill. Oh, but the ult comes out from Sova. Knows exactly where they are. Cryo getting caught in the crossfire. King and Snoopy both getting 1. And Snoopy getting 2, rather. I take it back. Absolute menace of Snoopy. The Fool, Ace, gets like a 180 here. 2v4 situation. Gets another. The shot in the back by Eric. Eric, the absolute menace. Putting in so much work on the side of PN. There are 4 players on PN who have 9 kills. It's amazing right now.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Or it's a 7-3 scoreline right now, and it's exactly as we've talked about it again and again and again. This team play from PN is just absolutely dominating MF on these very important rounds that you would think that on a map that's this big that MF have the advantage, especially how fast they're pushing the pace. And MF is able to get the plant down. They're able to get on the site. And again, it's like the other map. It's so close, but yet so far.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's so tragic because I feel like MF really wanted to try and come out with a bang this game. You know, picking double initiator, a very tanker-sided comp, and Snoopy takes the fight, breaks the shield, but is able to TP out just fine. Oh my goodness, what a shot from Ace. Cryo able to find another one. Although I gotta say, Eric and King, the last two alive in a 2v5, I've seen them get more kills. You know, it's possible. The situation is winnable. You know, Eric and King are both menaces in their own right. King could make them bow down like a king here, right? So we can see if this is something that happens, but it looks like they might just call for the save again, just like the round when Eric had access to the op like he does this round. So, I mean, good calls, right? You know, it's possible that they could have won if they tried, but I don't think you want to risk giving away the op in this situation, especially with the next round being last.
Yeah, for sure. But if you're looking at the economy right now of PN, they can definitely afford another op. But do you really want to invest 4,700 credit? Oh, I guess you're gonna have to. I guess you're gonna have to. And yeah, what a hard. Sorry, I mean, no focus. Oh,
King,
on what's going on?
Don't peek him anymore. Oh, and that's Gilly with the last one.
Last round in the half.
It tried to be a save. It kind of ended up being a save, but now it looks like, you know, PN still can full buy here. You know, both teams, 4 Vandals and 1 op. It's going to come down to this is the last round. We've got 2 ults on the side of PN, the KJ and the ISO ult. A lot of defense-sided ults. You can use it really defensively. You know, ISO ult can be used to stop a push, maybe ult the planter off, right? King can also use his ult to try and stop them from entering a site, make him a little bit scared to enter. You know, so anything can happen, and the only ult on the side of... Oh my goodness, Eric is just not going to stop. He keeps it going and keeps it going. Eric will try to get out of there. Playing for this 4v5 or 5v4 situation, rather. I mean, this is just... Eric is just showing a dominating performance with the off on defense here. I wonder, right... You know, as the wanderer, right, of the stream, I gotta wonder, is Eric gonna use the op on offense, kind of like we're seeing Cryo try and do here? Is that something that he tends to do? I'm not super sure, right? Especially with the way they're playing, they would only, considering, you know, if they like lose this round, they would have to win what, 6 rounds, you know, on the defense side. So not as many as MF has to, but this push onto the C from the Omen ults looks like they've taken it no problem. Meanwhile, PN is recuperating their cavalry, trying to take it. The ISO ult, able to find one. Can we get the POV of the ISO ult? What's going to happen inside of it? Oh, a Snoopy gets the kill on a Sparrow. Able to find it, make it happen. Snoopy making an ISO ult comeback here. King ult gets the detain. Who is it on? Where are they at? And it looks like it's going to be on Breach, sitting in mid here. King is haunting. King makes them bow down. He said, all hail King. Make them bow down, and it's gonna end up being 8-4 here on the side of PN.
Yeah, and this map is so big, it's a little harder to defend. But you know, it's the team coordination of PN that have shown a dominance across 1.5 maps right now, and you're seeing it, and you're hitting tab, and you can see 13-7, 10-5, 10-5, 9-11, 5-7. Like, it's very close together. It is much more team-oriented, this map, instead of the Kings and Eric show. But still, showing out. Someone check Axie's PC, and we're going to see if MF can turn it around here on the defense.
Don't let Axie's PC blow up, you know, if they've got any kind of, like, you know, maybe cheats on here, because they're playing extremely well. They've leveled up and away. Oh, but what a play. Disco Cookie not going to make it amount to too much here because, you know, of that trade, but I love the idea using Chamber to bait out at a peak here and then swing with another player, able to get a secured kill here. I'm very curious how this retake is. You know, I love to see MF try and replicate what PN was doing with these retakes, right? You know, C gets taken. How are they going to try and group and make this happen? Ace trying to walk up here. Here's the KJ bomb. Oh, but the smoke goes down. Shoots it. Misses. King and Snoopy able to get these kills here. Yeah, this is just such a tough situation if you're MF rather. I mean, Say is trapped in the garage. There's a few blinds coming out. Is able to turn it. Actually, is able to turn it. Oh my goodness, Gilly and Say secure into a 2v2 situation. Actually, gets another one. 1v2 situation for Say. Is Say able to secure this kill? Peeks it, gets one. 1v1 situation. Knows he might have to stick this here. Walking around. Is actually gonna try. The silence is deafening on the side. Knows that's happening. Gets the kill. I think that's just enough time. Gonna end up in like 0.05 seconds. It's just enough time.
Point
My rate just went up.
26 of a second, and to get the win, which could snowball into some momentum here for MF. You know, and again, I guess Axie turned it off because, you know, he heard me. He wasn't able to clutch, but that's okay because commentators curse. But I like, it was kind of the same idea. MF here, give the side up. We'll play the retake, and it seemed to work in their favor, and it got them the round, and you know, one step closer to possibly making this a tighter game.
Oh, the stun from Breach is so strong. Knows that they love to sit there on the second round. Made a hard read. Got a lot of stuns off it. Nothing really amounted to too much. But it looks like MF is, PN is balls to the wall trying to get here. Eric gets a kill on a Say, and not before getting traded by Snoopy here. Spamming into the smoke with these classic right clicks. Just a little bit of chip on the chamber. Not enough to really count all that much. Oh, but Eric unable to get the kill. Digital Cookie is able to get the kill though.
Ooh.
But the Outlaw acts just like an operator in these rounds with half shields. Can Ace get anything more with it? No, does not. It gets the shot. Disco Cookie gets straight up by Sparrow. The situation is dire for Disco Cookie here. Is he able to make it happen? With just the Bulldog. Oh, Cryo is not going to make it happen, or not going to let it happen, rather. The Outlaw is so strong on these rounds here. Acts like an operator. You know, no one's really going to end up with full armor, aside from maybe Sparrow here, as we see. But, yeah, it's just so strong.
Yeah, and that shot from Ace was going for the util on the ground, and somehow just gets the foot of King and takes him out. And if it wasn't for that, I think this round could have gone a little bit differently, because King kind of sitting back site is kind of a little bit crucial to holding down the site for that post plant. And just a wall. It was a wonderful wall bang from Ace.
Yeah, we're seeing some interesting stuff on the side of PN, or MF rather. They love putting that breach stun down on the grass here and stopping them from swinging. So maybe it's possible that, a Snoopy gets traded right back with the headshot from the Outlaw. I believe that Snoopy had full armor, so it had to be a headshot. It had to be, Marshall could have done the job just as well, right? But Cryo not willing to give up so much space here, holding it down as best as he can. Oh, but Sparrow is able to find the kill on the Axie. Does he suspect that one's A main still? It looks like he just might. Oh, just a quick is able to get the kill on the Cryo here. Sparrow and King are having a 1v1 situation. Eric is able to get the kill on a Say onto the B site. Taking a lot of space here. Sees that drone happen right at the very least. Hears it, right? Oh, what a timing to get the kill on the drone. Doesn't know exactly where they are. Dashes over. It looks like we're going to end on the A site here in a 2v3 situation. Our big heavy hitters, King, Snoopy, Eric, all these three, well, 2 out of the 3 of these are alive, with Disco Cookie here to help support. Disco Cookie, no slouch though, able to get a ping on the Sparrow, playing the util really well. Knows that there's possibility of one being flanked. Here is potentially both of them. BCT turns around, takes the ping. Oh, gets shock darted. The shock dart finds its mark onto the Fool. Fool is in a bad situation here. Has to play this very, very carefully. Is he going to be able to handle the 180 situation from both players here? King, yeah, gets that kill on a Sparrow. No need for Eric even to play that, right? King is confident that 1v1, gets the one win, makes it happen.
Got it?
Yeah, for sure. And it was a little bit of a pace difference here, as we kind of saw. It's a little bit more methodical, a little bit more. And we're seeing a timeout from MF going here from Cryo, and I wonder what they're going to talk about. I mean, they're only down by 3. You've had some great defensive rounds, and you are going into your bye round here. So I don't really know what we're talking about right now, because it is a closer game than the last one, and you have some good defensive strategies so far that have worked. So are we seeing that are we're gonna keep the same thing, or we're gonna change it up, or we're gonna be more aggressive? As we've seen, MF is pretty aggressive on this map, and they've liked to push the pace. They like the tempo to be W keyed, and kind of so. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to see where this is gonna go, and especially with the operator in round 4, wild. But we see Cryo with the operator already.
Cryo, a half shield operator on round 4. Both teams in a basically full buy situation. I mean, the only thing you could talk about is how close this game is in comparison to the last one. If you hold tab, you look at the attack round, defense win, attack win, defense win, attack win, defense win, attack win. It goes back and forth so often. So, I mean, this really could swing either way. MF looking like they're fighting their footing a little bit more. PN is digging their feet in the dirt and making things happen. The Fool gets put down by King. He says, no, I am the better Sentinel. Stand down. Takes a little bit of space here. Killy finds the pick onto a Snoopy. That's such a tragic situation for a Snoopy. She unfortunately lost that one, but Sparrow is able to find the kill on Eric. And honestly, with Eric and his Snoopy gone, this is a pretty good situation. King's going to have to put in a little bit more work than usual to make this happen. Without the presence of both duelists, they have to try and enter. And whose job is that going to fall to? I'm unsure, right? Maybe it's the fragging Sentinel. Maybe it's going to end up being Omen with a bit of TP mobility, but we just will have to see in this 3v4. It looks like PN taking a little bit of extra time. They're trying to maybe lurk up C here. Sova, eyes like a hawk, watching down main here. Spots them. Looks like the call rotate come out. King able to get the pick on it. It's now a 3v3 situation. The smokes go down. The site is clear. King gets it planted for long. However, he is alive, so smokes are possible. The Omen TP comes out. Crowd dashes out with the operator. For some reason, makes it happen. Pink's backside. King gets another. King off for the ace. Blind in the backside. Are we going to see some help from the Screen Cookie with the ultimate ability? Ready to go. This could be a pretty good round. The smoke from Omen might come up here onto the bomb. How are we going to play it out? Ult not popped yet. Please tell me this Cookie doesn't get picked off here. The ult comes out. Your time, waiting for the next plants. Waiting for the next tap. Disco Cookie does have access to all util. Oh, gets the ping! That's so huge for him.
Doesn't have time.
Unable to get these kills here. There it is through the smoke. Disco Cookie is able to play that post plant in an exceptional way. Held onto his shock darts. I gotta give it to him. That was amazing.
That was amazing. The 4K from King was so close for an ace, and just kind of not, I wouldn't say lucky, but because you kind of know where King is sitting, but to be able to just like wall bang him through that box and deny the ace I think is huge. But props to Disco Cookie for amazing util usage to win that round.
That ping through the smoke was critical to playing that push, I would say. It helps it be secured. Eric, no sign of stopping, right? This is such a situation. I mean, how is that going to happen? I think, is it one of those situations? Oh, actually, no stopping. Billy gets the pick with the Sheriff. Snoopy gets that trade out. It's now a 2v4 situation. However, Chamber on the flank. Can something happen with that Sparrow? Only with the shotgun and the dream. King puts down the other Sentinel, and a Snoopy puts down Sparrow to bring it to 11-6. The Econ is probably going to end up being a little bit better this round. That was a save round last time. MF's going to have to make something happen this round or not at all, right?
Yeah, correct. And again, MF there, again, crowd trying to push the pace, take a bunch of space, but peeks into 2. And you can only get one, or you could get lucky and get both. And we're seeing kind of, it was an eco round, but we're seeing, again, the op coming out. We're seeing an Odin coming out. We're seeing a lot of things. They're trying different things, and it's just not really working for them.
Unable to find that pick. Ace not able to get that. Takes some contact here. 3 people peek him. Not able to find anything there. That's so unfortunate. 3 people peeking him. What can you do? Try to get out of there. Not able to find it. A little bit of an insert on the side. I was head by Eric. Eric checks it. Only half though. Let's go from breach.
Spike down.
What a big one shot.
remaining.
Garage there.
Oh!
Odin is putting so much work in from Say. Oh my goodness. It's now a 1v2 situation. Very winnable from Maxi. We're going to need to see something here. He's actually going to be in a situation. Are we going to see the ult come out? The ult is going to come out. It's going to be TP'd. Oh, but it looks like it's a fake. Did they bite it? No plant just yet, so maybe they suspect something's up, right? Is it gonna happen? The smoke goes down. Actually trying to clear this. It's a 1v1 situation. Is he gonna look back site where Gilly is sitting,
30
suspecting that it was
seconds
a flank?
enemy
The
remaining.
1v1! It's now a 1v1 situation. Actually, puts the smoke down in CT. Gets the bomb planted. Does he suspect Ace is coming from
Spike
Garage?
planted.
Where is he gonna end up playing this from? Looking, keeping his eyes towards CT here. The bomb is only half planted for CT. It looks like it's more planted for Garage. This could be a situation. They barely missed each other. I don't know if the Fool was able to spot Axie here. It doesn't look like he did. Keeping his eyes on Long here. Axie with a bit of a rotate here. Fool is not going to stick it. I think if he sticks it, this could have been a round win for him. Axie has to walk up a little bit. Is he able to find it? 1v1. Axie wins it with a 3K. Really good clutch from Axie. And I gotta say, that might spell disaster for
Match
him.
point.
It does spell disaster for them because right now you can't full buy rifles. You can maybe get half shields from the rifles, but what a play from Axie to be aware of using the ult, forcing them to kind of split up and making two 1v1 situations and winning both of them, especially against two players who've kind of been playing really good this entire time. And yeah, match point, here we go, 12-6 right now.
And this is, you're a bit nervous if you're the side of MF. I will say, Gilly though, really confident. Light armor sheriff, saying, you know what, I believe in myself, I believe in my team. And Snoopy gets to pick on the ace, and the dwindling hope is going away slowly over time here. Yeah, this all coming out from, this is just a tragic situation. Gilly making that sheriff try. As actually gets another one. And Snoopy making things happen. This ult from King is going to be really strong, but it looks like they got Sparrow with it. It's up to Cryo now to hold off them, but they can't make it happen. The 4v1 situation, not just enough.
Attackers
and that
win.
is going to be the win, and they move on to KC. PN will be moving on to KC here.
Yeah, what a strong showing from PN here tonight. And I applaud MF. I think they had some amazing ideas. I think they had some great things that worked for them, but it just was not enough to knock off these Giants right now, who looked phenomenal. The team play, unstoppable. But shout out to Gilly, 297 ACS, top of the leaderboard. Just not enough to get him over the line. A better map showing from MF. And at the end of the day, you made the playoffs, which is better than some teams. So you gotta pat yourself on the back for making it here. And you showed you had some fight. And now we look into next season. But for PN, KC.
I want to highlight the sportsmanship. On the side of MF here. A lot of GGs in chat, but a lot of please win for us. You can do it on the side of them. They clearly believe in the strength in PM, and we saw it firsthand today. So we'll see how they take that into the next round against KC, right? So anything can happen in this stuff, but today it just so happened to be 2 seed over the 7 seed.
Yeah, for sure. And like we were talking about earlier, I love a Cinderella story. I was hoping for it, but not tonight. And we'll see next week how KC do against this PN team who look unstoppable right now since Axie has moved into it. So
Yeah.
All
right, well, that's gonna be enough from us. Tune in next time for some more games from Prospect, from Mythic, from Apprentice, from whatever you choose. There's always more VDC to be played. Have a great night.